One of the hardest parts about debugging is being able to recreate what your users were experiencing when issues happened. That's why you hopefully use Sentry and you use things like our session replay and our user feedback module so that you can get a better contextual understanding of what's going on every time issues or slowdowns pop up. Today, I want to introduce you to a couple of newer features that are going to help you with this same type of contextualization of what your users are experiencing. Let's jump into it. So first of all, we have the Sentry Dev Toolbar. So after you've integrated the Sentry Dev Toolbar, it's pretty easy. You just log into Sentry. There we go. And then the toolbar pops up over here on the side. At the very top, you can either pin or log out of Sentry, and then we have 3 other options. Now, this is best used with an application where you know who the user of the application is so that you can show the dev toolbar or not, depending on who's using your application. But no matter what, your data is safe because you do still have to log into Sentry to be able to access this data. So at the top here of our dev toolbar, we have an issues bucket. And here is where we will show the most recent issues related to this application. So we can see that there was a connection terminated, can't refresh revenue data, some other unknown issue, who knows what it is. Next, we have our user feedback bucket. And here you're going to see different feedback that your users have left if you're using the user feedback widget, which we highly recommend you do. And then lastly, we have our feature flags bucket. And here you can see these are the 2 feature flags that I have in my application and that I have registered with Sentry. Now, Feature Flags is in beta at the time of recording this video, and we do have integrations with providers like Launch Darkly or Open Feature or Unleash, so definitely go and check out our docs to get started with our feature flags. Okay, now something did catch my eye up here in the user feedback. I did see one that was the refresh button on the revenue chart isn't working. I'm not seeing a revenue chart anywhere over here, so I'm gonna first jump into the user feedback. I can just click into it right from here and it just takes me right into Sentry. And I can see here that this person was on Chrome, they were using Mac OS, and they gave me a screenshot. So this chart is definitely not something that I'm seeing on my end, but they do have a session replay. So I can jump straight into that replay and I can see that they do have some extra charts, and then there was apparently this button here at the bottom, and they tried to click it, but it wasn't working. I can jump into that actual issue within Sentry, and I can begin debugging there. But I do know that I've got feature flags, and if I recall, my feature flags were related to invoices and revenue. And since I'm not seeing anything on my screen, I bet that's the issue. So I'm gonna just look really quickly over here, and it seems like, yes, we do have the 2 feature flags, revenue and invoices, and they're both set to true for this user when they had this issue. So I'm gonna jump right over here, and I'm just gonna toggle these both to true, just so I can see what the user was actually saying. This better matches what we were seeing over here in their user feedback and session replay, so I know we're on the right track. Now, I can see that there is this refresh button. I can click it and I can see nothing is happening. So now I have verified that this issue is happening also on my device. This is my live deployed application. I toggled my feature flags and I can actually test it out right here. So now that I've verified that this is an issue, I can follow it up with a fix, and hopefully we can get these revenue charts refreshed. So let Sentry be your go-to debugging tool, because whether it's the detailed information that you get within each issue, the auto fix to automatically fix your issues for you, or the connection to your actual users with things like user feedback, session replay, or being able to actually toggle feature flags using the dev toolbar from your live application, we want to make sure that you're getting the most up-to-date information so that you can better fix issues faster.